What's going on, folks, man? This your boy Uncle GHP, and what I want to do right here is make a video on something that I've been thinking of doing for a long time. And what I want to do is talk about some of these badges in this island online, because I know it's a lot of badges and there's people out there that don't really understand how they operate and whatnot and what have you. So today I'm gonna talk about the badges I like and some of the badges I use, and I'm also throwing in some of the useless badges. So we all know that badges are based off of, some of them are based off your build and your play style. So some of the ones that I don't like, you may like because of your build. You know what I mean? And some of the badges I'm gonna tell you about are badges that you can put on all builds. So without further ado, let's get into it, man. So the 4 badges that I've been using, and as you can see, I got it at Legend and Summit Hall of Fame. The first badge I like to use is Pain Train. Running attacks do increase damage and stun. So the way I like to play, I do a bunch of spears and interceptors. You're gonna always see me spearing every time, doing every match. I do a lot of spears, so for me and my play style, Pain Train works good for me. Now if you're out there, if you got a big and you don't do a lot of running, then I wouldn't use this. You know what I mean? It may work for you, it may not, but for me it does. It's a very good badge too, because who doesn't like to run and do spears and Superman punches and claymores and whatnot? The next badge I like to use is Bee Repellent. Reduces damage taken from all attacks. This might be the top 3, if not the top 2, or maybe the #1 badge in the game. It reduces damage taken from all attacks, meaning aerial attacks, running attacks, punches, kicks, and I think it might operate with weapon attacks too. It reduces damage taken, right? That's the name of the game. Deal more damage on your opponent than they deal on you. So I think if you're a big guy, medium guy, striker, submission guy, whatever, high flyer, Bee Repellent is going to be a very good badge for everybody to use, in my opinion. The next badge I use is Iron Will. It slows rate at which you gain stun when being attacked. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I was playing the game online, and as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and show you this badge right here. Sting like a bee. Finish a combo with a light attack to deal extra damage and stun. Now remind you, you see up here, you see right here, Iron Will. I got it on Living Legend. Slows rate at which you gain stun when being attacked. Well, I was playing the guy online, and he was just spamming light attacks, and I would get stunned real fast, even though I had my Iron Will on Living Legend. And if I'm gonna put some gameplay in the background to show y'all too. Nah, we can win. Yo, how I get stunned so fast? So this is showing that maybe Sting like a bee might be OP too online. But I'm gonna play around with it and test it. But I didn't know what badge he had, but I just guessed what badge he had, because finish a combo with light attack, and he just kept doing light combos, and I get stunned like, what's going on? So that's a good badge too. But the 4th badge I use is Reversals. Build more stun on your opponent, which is called Poison Touch. If you know me, I reverse a lot, and I'm really good at it. I ain't the best at it, but I'm really good at it. If you're not someone that reverses a lot, or let's say if you're someone that doesn't reverse good, I wouldn't use it. I would invest into another badge. But those 4 badges work good for me, and the way I like to play: Poison Touch, Iron Will, Bee Repellent, Pain Train. And now let's move on to some of the badges that I think that I would like to, that I might experiment with, sting like a bee, which I just talked about. That's a good badge to use. Another badge that I think might be worth having is beatdown. Deal increased damage to stunned opponents. So you can actually can mesh beatdown with sting like a bee, because I just told you sting like a bee, it activates very easily. You get stunned very easily. So if you stun someone very easy, and you got beat down with sting like a bee, you can deal increased damage to someone that's already stunned. Remember, the name of the game is to deal more damage on your opponent more than they deal on you. So beat down is another badge that I would, consider using if I were you. All right, another badge, locomotion. Now, some may like this and some may not, but if y'all know, we got that purple circle this year, that purple circle extra stamina bar. It's like that purple circle punishes you for playing the game real good, but I get what they're doing. They're trying to stop the cheaters in online, but I don't think it's gonna really do much to it because they always find a way around it. But it reduces overall stamina drain. So maybe I'm gonna have to mess around with it, because I'm gonna mess around with it and see if it stops that purple bar from popping up so fast, or if it depletes it faster. But if it does, locomotion would be a good badge to use, especially when playing online. All right, heavy-handed. Now, when you use heavy attacks, you deal more stamina drain on yourself. But just like sting like a bee, you finish a combo with a heavy attack this time to deal extra damage and stun. But I just told you, he was using light combos and getting extra stun and damage very fast. So if you're a big guy, you might want to not consider using heavy-handed, but it is up to you. You may want to use both. If you use both, you can use heavy-handed, beat down, and sting like a bee. There's 3 slots taken, but those are good badges. All right, now I'm kind of like in between on this badge right here, Weapon Master. Weapon Master, increased damage with weapons. Now, well, I'll say this, man. If you don't play a lot of extreme rules or no DQ matches or whatnot or what have you, I wouldn't use this badge, because weapons damage are pretty high in this game anyway. You deal pretty much good damage anyway, so I'd probably stay away from that badge. Another badge that I'm kind of like in between is 1 count. Increased success rate when kicking out of pins. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I know, I'm gonna probably be all over the place with telling you the ones that I will use, won't use, or borderline. I'm just kind of going down the line from top to bottom. But increased success rate when kicking out of pins. Well, if you're real good at kicking out of pins, I wouldn't really use this badge. And also, you got a resiliency that you can use in your paybacks too. So I think this is a waste of a badge. All right, let's talk about this badge right here. Always see it coming. Reduces the effect that stamina has on your reversal window. Now, I done seen this, man. I'm telling you, I didn't notice this until the other day, where if your stamina low, it's harder for you to reverse. It's harder for you to reverse. So, this would be a good badge to use, especially for someone like me that uses a lot of running moves. I just told you, I use a lot of running moves, and I'm pretty decent at reversing. So this is a good badge. Always see it coming. Let's talk about Dream Street. Diving and springboard attacks do increase damage to stunned opponents. I don't know. I mean, because you would have to use a badge that I talked about that'll stun your opponent as fast as possible. Then you gotta go up to the top ropes, and then or springboard to deal increased damage to stunned opponent. So I don't know about that badge, man. All right, quick climber. Cooldown. Receive a boost in agility after climbing for a duration of time. Nah, because I mean, what are we doing? We're playing ladder matches, cage matches, cell matches, anything we gotta climb. Like, we're playing those all the time? I think not. I think not. So this badge, it gets a thumbs down for me. All right, dive bomber. Increase damage and stun on aerial attacks. That could work. That could work. That could work. If you are someone that's, if you are a high flyer or like to go up top rope and do diving moves, this badge will be for you. If you have a different build, submission specialist or something like that, don't worry about this badge. So I feel like this badge is only designed for high flyers. All right, this the one right here. This the one that's stupid. Cooldown. Well, it's called crosshairs. Cooldown. Taunting on the top rope or apron temporarily disables your opponent's reversals. It's not stupid if you get the taunt off, but here's the thing, man. I just told you earlier that I use 4 badges that activates passively. Meaning, I don't have to be like, oh, I forgot I had crosshairs. You know, dang, I never use it because I forgot that I have it. I don't want to be that guy. You know, I want to use badges that help me out while I'm in the middle of fighting, trying to concentrate on getting that guy out of here. You know what I mean? Getting my opponent out of here. So crosshairs is a dumb badge. All right, so like I told you, I'm gonna be skipping around. Some badges are not even worth talking about, but I'm gonna talk about the very bad badges, the okay badges, and the ones I suggest. So Olay, cooldown reversing any attack grants Metador buff for a short time. Well, the thing is though, we don't know how the buffs work in this game yet. You know, and it says for a short time. It says for a short time. We don't know. You know, is it 5 seconds? Is it 10 seconds? Is it 30 seconds? So that's why I'm not really messing around with badges like that. See what I'm saying? Reversing a diving move grants air raid buff. How good are the buffs? It says buff for a short time. At least they can put, you know, 2K probably could have put in there in parentheses or whatever, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. So people know, you know, don't leave it a mystery. I don't know if it's broken down elsewhere on their 2K site or whatnot, but, you know, don't leave us in the loop. Or don't leave us in the dark on how long these buffs happen. But whiplash, pullbacks deal increased damage and stun. Bruh, stay away from this badge, man. Ain't nobody out here doing no pullbacks. Hard hat, taking yellow head damage. Grants permanent head damage, reduction, and vitality regen boost. I mean, I get it. You get a regen boost, but what happens when the person beats you back down? Like, you got to get badges that's gonna like help you out, help you take less damage, and help you dish out more damage. I don't want to like permanent head damage reduction and the regen boost just to get beat back down, and it goes back there and you can't activate it no more. Now, if it activates on all levels, superstar, main event, living legend, and Hall of Fame, then I get it. But if not, stay away from it, partner. Again, badges like this, once per match, after taking moderate damage, receive recovery boost for a short time. We don't know what that short time is. And look, keyword once per match. Don't waste your time, because you can use them other badges especially like the ones I use, and have it activate the whole match. Okay, maybe this unbreakable might work. It depending on like, cause okay, once per match after taking major damage, receive tank mode buff briefly. Again, briefly. We don't know how long that is. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. We don't know. Now, if you out here getting beat down like that and using unbreakable, I don't know what to tell you. You know, major damage. Ooh. So this badge right here might be okay. It might be okay. Finishing a combo. So I'm guessing whether it's light or heavy, drains opponent's stamina, which is very big in this game, especially with that purple circle stamina. Stops stamina recovery temporarily and slows movement speed. So I'm gonna tell you something. So if someone were to have leech on and they were playing me, I might have a hard time with them because guess what? Just told y'all earlier, I spam a lot of running moves. Well, with leech, he can slow my movement speed and stop stamina recovery temporarily. So, ooh, that leech might be okay. Harden, increase stun recovery. Well, it seemed like I said stun in this video 1,000 times. If you got room after your 3 favorite badges, I'll throw this on there. Increase stun recovery. Corner bully. Corner moves have increased damage and stun. We ain't out here doing corner moves. That's for the birds. I do them, but not often. But if you someone that loves corner moves, then be my guest. Corner bully is for you. Ref's favorite. Countouts are slower while you're outside of the ring. No, it's just, why are we outside the ring spending time fighting during a countouts match anyway? This badge is dumb. Don't like it. Get rid of it. Ringside General. Cooldown increased stamina regen when going from the ring to the ring side. That could work. It's one of those badges where you can put it on last, or whatever. After you figure out the 3 you want to really use. It's not bad. Deadlift. Opponents have a harder time escaping your carry moves. Man, ain't nobody out here doing no carry moves like that match after match after match. Leave this badge alone. Spend your badge points elsewhere. Alright, real quick. Crimson Mask. Once per match triggers at the head's damage threshold to grant beast buff for a short time. I don't know what beast buff is, but again, we would like to see how long it lasts, so we'll know if it's something that we want to use. Ooh, look at this. Now, going back to earlier in the video, I talked about the guy spamming those light hits and getting me stunned quickly. Well, Resolve might be something to look into. Activates once per match per level. You see that? Once per match per level. Max 4. Recover from stun instantly. You see that now, right? So that's 4 times you can get it to activate. Alright, Crafty. Activates once per match per level. Kick out of a pin instantly. So just like Resolve, Crafty's a good thing, because there was a badge up there I think said kick out. Let's look real quick. I forgot what it was. Something about the pins. I don't know where it was, but it was saying something about the pins. Kick out of pins easier or something like that. But this right here, it activates once per match, and you get it 4 times. So yes, even if you're not someone that struggles with kickouts, you might want to put that on there. I don't, but it's not a bad badge. Frostbite, trashy badge. Submissions targeting damaged limbs are less effective. Because no one out here doing submission moves like that. Ain't nobody got time to be spamming these buttons to kick out, and the person on offense don't have the time to be spamming buttons to make you tap. So leave this badge alone unless you're an absolute submission specialist. Use it. If not, don't worry about it. Fight the hands. Activate once per match, per level, up to 4. Escape a submission instantly. I think I like that if I was a submission specialist. I mean, it'll work well if you're doing a submission match. But ain't nobody out here playing submission matches like that, especially when you're playing with your homies online or wherever y'all playing at. Leave it alone. Sir rated. Submission escapes damages limbs, adds stun, increases stun drain, and increases opponent vulnerability. Nah, don't worry about that. Battery ram. Deal increased damage to giant archetypes armor. That'll work. I mean, you know, it's not a bad to prioritize, but I get it. There's a lot of big people in this game, and a lot of people create big characters, so yeah, I can see that you using this badge. It's not top tier, but it's not a bad badge either. Anti-air. Top rope sitting moves have increased damage and stun. No. Like I said earlier, it was a badge that said top rope taunting stops your opponent from reversing it. It's dumb. This is dumb too, because you're not gonna remember to use it unless you take the initiative to. But me, I like badges that activate passively on their own, so I can focus on the person I'm playing. Quick breather. Going ringside triggers recovery buff for a set duration. Nope. Enforcer. Dodging opponent's attacks prevents them from performing and gaining a finisher or special for a set duration of time. I guess it'd have to be something like when the match starts breaking down towards the end. Textbook. Cooldown. Reversing a finisher grants Matador buff for a short time. It could work at the end of the match, I guess, to get your guys some momentum after reversing. It's all preference. So these are some of the badges that I would use, some of the badges that I'm kind of like down the middle with, and some of the worst badges. But let me know what badges y'all like, what badges y'all don't like, and what badges y'all on the fence about. I just want to make a quick video for y'all guys, for some people that was confused about this. Y'all have a good day, man. I'll holla.